Welcome to Webb City Cardinals Baseball on KNEO 91.7 FM with live audio and video online at kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Webb City Cardinals. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
Good afternoon and welcome to Barnes Field here on the campus of Webb City High School as we get set for baseball here in the spring of 2025 as the Cardinals will have their season opener, home opener, taking on the Cardinals from Farmington, Arkansas. Along with studio producer Roberta Foster back in our KNEO studios, this is Tim Workman along with Will Hedrick here with you to bring you this afternoon's ball game. Well, the Cardinals last year captured their third district title in a row, but then fell in the quarterfinals to Kearney as they finished the season last year. They graduated two-thirds of their offensive output. Gone are names like Drew Vonderhaar, Sean Hunt, Shadrach Salazar, Christian Brock, Hunter Scholl, to be replaced by guys that are getting some of their first taste of varsity action as the season starts. But we have two returning starters in Mason Williams and Andrew Young, both second-team All-Staters from last year. And defensively, you always start at the middle, and that's where those two will patrol as Williams will catch and Andrew Young will be out in center field. The opposite on the pitching side, though, we returned two-thirds of our innings pitched in a righty Landon Fletcher and lefty Luke Beverlin. Beverlin will get the start tonight as he was 9-1 last year. He earned all-state honors. Landon Fletcher probably should have, but there's just so many spots they have room to put names on there. Webb City's only 6-7 in opener since 2011, but if a win today would give them consecutive back-to-back season opening wins. Farmington comes into today on their 10th game already. They start their season just a little earlier in Arkansas, and they've struggled just a little bit. We'll talk more about them in a little bit. Against Arkansas schools, the Cardinals are 8-9 since 2011, so this would give them a .500 record against the state of Arkansas. The Cardinals have finished their warm-ups. Farmington's going through theirs. We're going to step away for 3 minutes, and when we come back, we'll talk more about today's game as we continue our countdown to first pitch, sponsored by Burpo Family Chiropractic, Express RX in Webb City, and Hoo Hot Mongolian Grill. You're listening to Cardinal Pregame here on the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Hoo Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Hoo Hot Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Hoo Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Hoo Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at hoohot.com.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride. at Missouri Southern State University.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives.
Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Cardinals. The Cardinals are 1-8 on the year. They lost their first 5 games coming into today, or into the season. They got their first win over Prairie Grove, and then dropped a home-and-home series with Harrison earlier this week. We're going to move into the starting lineups here tonight, as the starting lineups from Papa John's Pizza, Webb City, and Reeves Tire and Automotive. First for Farmington, at second base will be number 22, Luke Elsick. Playing left field, number 6, Landon Roach. The designated hitter today will be 33, Clayton Clark. The shortstop, number 11, Cooper Beach. Batting number 5 is the right fielder, number 24, Morgan Shader. The center fielder, number 7, Aiden Lester, will bat 6th. Catcher, Landon McElroy, will bat 7th. The first baseman, Zane Schmidt, will bat 8th. The pitching today for Farmington is Tag Pollard. He will bat 9th. And the third baseman will be Race Baumgartner. For your Webb City Cardinals, Carson Myers will DH and lead off this afternoon. Doing the catching and batting second is the catcher, Mason Williams. Brock Renfro will be at first base and bat third. Luke Beverlin, hitting for himself, will bat cleanup. The third baseman, Braden Strickland, will bat 5th. In the number 6 spot will be the left fielder, Brody Eggleston. The new shortstop, Cohen Epler, number 12, will bat 7th. The second baseman, Hudson Bird, will bat 8th. In right field, Dawson McMullen will bat 9th. And Andrew Young will play center field this afternoon. He's just now returning from a little shoulder surgery that he had, so he's not going to run the bases today. He's only going to play outfield. We're going to take a 2.5-minute break here as they're getting ready for the national anthem, and we'll be right back with the keys to winning. You're listening to pregame here on the Webb City Cardinals and the KNEO Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-thru, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Webb City Sports is sponsored by Nick Myers, certified public accountant, located in Webb City at 2nd and Main, next door to City Hall, offering tax preparation and planning for personal and business taxes. Plus, they offer bookkeeping services and QuickBooks setup and training services. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nick Myers CPA at 2nd and Main in Webb City, with offices also in Joplin and Anderson. More information online at nickmyerscpa.com or 417-673-4200.
City as we get set for the season opener. But first, let's hear some keys to winning. Those are sponsored by the Missouri Southern State University. Qualifying first-time freshmen are eligible to receive up to $20,000 in scholarships automatically at Missouri Southern State University. Learn more at mssu.edu/MoSoMerit and apply today. And with those keys, my partner, Will Hedrick.
Well, starting for the Webb City Cardinals, we talked about earlier how they had graduated quite a few seniors last year, so a lot of these guys are getting kind of their first taste of varsity baseball. So those guys, they're going to have to be calm, cool, collected, and they've got to make sure that they show out today.
Well, we get set here as Luke Elsick steps in on the left side. First pitch from Beverlin is going to hit him. So that's probably not the start that Luke was looking for, but nonetheless tried to stay inside on him. Elsick takes it off his body, and he trots down to first. And up next to be another left-hander. I'm sorry, he's going to step over on the right side. He kind of faked me out there a little bit. Landon Roach will step in there on the right side. Beverlin goes into the stretch immediately. The first pitch here, as Roach showed bunt, pulled it back, but still took a strike. Counts 0-1. Farmington in white pants, red shirt. They have white helmets. Some of them have black socks if they're wearing their pants up high. Beverlin with a toss over to first as Elsick steps back in there easily. Beverlin set the 0-1 pitch. Bunted foul straight back by Roach. And the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Just underway here. Got started a little early, 4:57. The start time. Temperature about 52 degrees. Bright sunshiny day. Beverlin's next pitch dives inside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cardinals in all white with the red trim. Red hats. Beverlin's set the 1-2 pitch. Sails up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cardinals had their jamboree last Friday. Got a couple innings in against Republic and then against Carl. Practice this week has been a little sporadic. Toss over to first. Elsick back in time as first couple of days of the week. I'm sure anything hit here looked like a home run with the wind howling out. Yesterday, not much done in the cold. Swing and a miss there by Roach on a fastball on the outside corner. He becomes out number 1. So
designated hitter number 33, Clayton Clark.
Beverlin with his first strikeout of the year. We'll bring up the designated hitter, Clayton Clark.
And a good answer from Beverlin after first pitch hitting the first batter for Farmington.
First pitch to Clark is a ball. Tossed down to first by Williams as Elsick gets back in time. Beverlin last year had 73 strikeouts in only 58 and a third innings, so he's earned his share of strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch swung on a miss there by Clark, and the count now even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Clark has signed or committed to the School of the Ozarks for next year. Senior first baseman here today for, well, the designator hitter anyway, but typically plays first base for them according to the coach, as he will continue next year at School of the Ozarks. The 1-1 pitch. Beverly now steps off and asks his catcher Williams to go back through the lineup. We'll set the defense here. We got Strickland down at third, Epler at short, Bird at second base, Renfro over at first, in the outfield, Eggleston, Young, and McMullen. Beverly's 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Nice block there by Williams. And no advance by Elsick. Counts now 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out here in the early parts of the top of the first. Beverly working quickly. Throws that fastball right past. A big swing from Clark. And now he's even it out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beverly comes set. Elsick, the nice lead over there at first. Beverly gives him a look. Delivers home, and Clark's going to swing through that pitch and be strikeout victim number 2. So after hitting the first batter, he's now come back to strike out the next 2.
The shortstop, number 11, Cooper Beach.
The cleanup hitter here for the Farmington Cardinals, Cooper Beach, will step in there now. Beach was another senior that the Farmington coach highlighted in our pregame little visit that I had with him. Ball missing from Beverly. Farmington's had their struggles this year. He said they had a home-and-home with Harrison, Arkansas this week and lost both of those games. A big swing by Beach, and he comes up empty. And the count evens out 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here as the Farmington Cardinals bat here in the top of the first. Beverly set, look over to first. Off speed and swung through by Beach. Beverly 1 strike away from striking out the side here. Shakes off one sign by Williams. Now he's comfortable. Change up, tapped right back to Beverly. Picks it up on 1 hop, an easy toss over to Renfro, and that's out number 3. So the Farmington Cardinals get a runner, but they strand him, and after a half an inning, we're scoreless here in Webb City. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
And welcome back to the Cardinals baseball stadium here on Webb City Cardinal campus. Sponsors for tonight's ball game is Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, along with Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Who Hot Mongolian Grill, and Price Family Insurance.
Beverly worked his way out of a little jam of his own making there as he hit the first batter of the inning, but came back with 2 strikeouts and then got the final out on a tap back to the plate, or back to the pitcher's mound. So now the Cardinals will get their first shot at the season here as Carson Myers, the DH today, will get a chance to lead off. Pollard, the pitcher, has a couple more tosses left. We'll kind of go through the defensive lineup for Farmington right now. Baumgartner down at third. Beach will play short. Elsick at second. Schmidt at first base. Roach in left. Lester in center. And Shader out in right. McElroy doing the catching for Farmington.
Designated hitter number 4,
as Myers steps in there to the plate. McElroy makes his way back behind home plate. Breeze blowing out to in from right a little bit. The first pitch of the season to Myers will be taken for a strike. Pollard gets a sign, and the next delivery is going to be belted down the left field line, and that's going to roll deep into the corner. Myers around first on his way to second. He will have a stand-up double to lead off the bottom half of the first inning here. So a nice piece of hitting there as he got his hands inside the pitch and pulled it down into the left field corner. So Mason Williams gets his first at bat of the season with a runner in scoring position already. So Myers, nice bit of hitting there leading off. Mason Williams last year batted .347, had 33 hits in 95 at bats. This year moved up in the lineup in the bat in the number 2 spot today. Pollard comes set and delivers, and that's going to catch the outside corner for strike 1. Myers with the lead out there at second. Pretty conservative lead right now. Shortstop dancing around with him. The pitch, curveball to Williams. Over for strike number 2. So a nice little curveball there from the Farmington pitcher, Pollard. Williams now chokes up a little bit and has to battle with 2 strikes. Another off-speed pitch. This time he waits on it and pulls it into left field. Roach comes up with it, and Doning is going to hold Myers at third base as the throw comes all the way through. Williams will stay over at first. So Cardinals now have runners on the corner. As Brock Renfro will step in there. Renfro last year only had 5 at bats, but he was a .400 hitter as he had 2 hits in those 5 at bats. So the Cardinals come out swinging to start the season. Renfro with a slightly open stance. Williams with a nice lead. He's not going. Curveball. Tapped foul. Renfro way out in front of that. No balls and 1 strike. Waiting on deck would be Beverlin. Renfro set. Pollard peers in and delivers slow breaking pitch that stayed upstairs. The count's now 1 ball, 1 strike. I'd say if you had time to keep your hands back on that one came in there a little light as a toss over to first. Williams back in safely. Now Renfro back in the box. And the 1-1 pitch. As Williams takes off, ball's outside, and Williams is in without a throw. So now the Cardinals have 2 runners in scoring position as Mason Williams picks up his first stolen base of the season. Renfro ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Curveball just off the end of the bat for a foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Renfro swings the bat, waiting. Pollard peers in and now comes set at the belt. The 2-2 delivery. Slow breaking pitch tapped out to short. And that's going to drive in a run as on contact, Myers is out running. So Renfro grounds out to short, but he does drive in the first Cardinal run of the year. So nice piece of hitting there.
The pitcher number 11, Luke Beverlin.
by Renfro to get the first run in. Williams remains at second as Beverlin now steps in there. He bats from the right side, throws from the left. And the first pitch he sees, a fastball up and in for ball one. Cardinals get a, well, let's go back. Webb City Cardinals, we'll have a hard time with that today. Both teams are Cardinals. Webb City now with a quick 1-0 lead here in the bottom half of the first. Beverlin batting with one out and a runner still at second. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Counts now 1 ball, 1 strike. Beverlin patiently waiting. Pollard steps off like another sign. Small crowd gathered here today, bundled up as the wind out of the north, keeping things rather cool. The next off-speed pitch is going to miss outside, and the count's now 2 balls and 1 strike. I changed the schedule, if you haven't seen that yet. Tomorrow at Logan Rogersville, that game will start at 9 o'clock in the morning, as it's been moved up to accommodate both the boys and girls from Logan Rogersville making the Final Four in basketball tomorrow. So single game at 9 o'clock in the morning. That next pitch off the hands and foul by Beverlin. The count evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the last I heard from Coach Doning is that's 6 o'clock morning bus ride. But that's really the only way they could play it this weekend, and they don't want to lose a game, so they'll make that trip. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Beverlin. Pollard taking a long time to peer in. Now he steps off and asks for his catcher McElroy to start over. Now he's got one he likes. He comes set at the belt. That slow off-speed pitch by Beverlin's driven out into right center, or left center, I'm sorry. The left fielder coming over. Roach makes the catch. Williams is going to tag up and take off for third, and he's in there easily. So Beverlin with a fly ball to left center is out number 2. But Williams does move up on the play.
The third base, number 9, Braden Strickland.
And he's now down there at third base with 2 outs. Braden Strickland, the third baseman today, will step in there. First pitch he sees, he's going to pull down the left field line. Roach running over into foul territory and makes the catch just in foul territory. So that'll do it for the Cardinals. They pick up 1 run on 2 hits. They strand the runner after a full complete inning. It's the Webb City Cardinals 1, Farmington Cardinals nothing. You're listening to KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Webb City Booster Club is proud to support Webb City student athletes. The Booster Club works with parents, community volunteers, and businesses to enrich the experience of Webb City High School athletics. They would like to encourage anyone interested in making an impact on our student athletes to consider joining the Booster Club. If you are an individual, family, or business and would like more information on joining the Boosters, you can stop by the Booster trailer that is at all Cardinal home games, or you can find them on Facebook at Webb City Athletic Booster Club. Webb City Booster Club wishes all their athletes an amazing year. Go Cards!
Webb City Sports is sponsored by Nick Myers, certified public accountant, located in Webb City at 2nd and Main, next door to City Hall, offering tax preparation and planning for personal and business taxes. Plus, they offer bookkeeping services and QuickBooks setup and training services. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nick Myers CPA at 2nd and Main in Webb City, with offices also in Joplin and Anderson. More information online at nickmyerscpa.com or 417-673-4200.
Put up a 1 spot in the bottom of the first as they lead Farmington 1-0 here. Beverlin finishing up his warm-up tosses.
Some sponsors for tonight's ball game is Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, NWA Naturals, along with Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Myers CPA, and Crowder College.
Thank you, Will. The right fielder for Farmington, Morgan Shader, will step in there. Beverlin got through that first inning on only 15 pitches. Early in the season, I'm sure Coach Luber's watching that number. Next, first pitch to Shader on the outside corner for strike one. Luke works quickly. Next offering, off-speed pitch diving down and in on Shader that he swings over for strike two. Luke wasting little time here. Shakes off one sign. And this pitch, a swing and a miss by Shader for strike three. So that didn't take long. 3 pitches and a strikeout there for Beverlin.
Center fielder number 7,
Aiden Lester. The center fielder steps into the left side box for the Farmington. Lefty on lefty here is Beverlin's going to paint the outside corner on Lester for strike one. No balls, 1 strike. That pitch misses over the outside corner for ball 1. Beverlin's next offering down and low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Beverlin already with a sign and the delivery. Tapped foul by Lester. The count evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The catcher, McElroy, awaits on deck. The 2-2 offering. That's going to be a called strike 3 on the inner half. And down goes Lester as he's caught looking. A nice little 2-2 pitch there as Landon McElroy will step in here. McElroy holds the bat up above his head, swings to that first pitch for a strike. Beverlin already with 4 strikeouts in an inning and 2/3. Misses with that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. McElroy waits. Beverlin deals. This time fouled off to the right side. Beverlin has him down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another offering here. Little off-speed pitch, tapped right back to Beverlin as he leaps up and snags it, tosses over to first, and puts the top half of the second inning to rest. After an inning and a half, it's the Webb City Cardinals 1, Farmington nothing. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Price Family Insurance and Financial Services has been caring for clients since 1990 and is still here to take care of all your insurance needs, from auto, home, business, life, and health insurance to group health insurance for businesses, plus financial services. To find out more information, call the dedicated team at Price Family Insurance and Financial Services today at 417-673-8338 or stop by and see them at 100 South Main Street in Webb City. You can also learn more online at pricefamilyinsurance.com.
Body and Soul Transformation, located at 1703 Falcon Suite C in Webb City, is a 10,000 square foot, 24-hour fitness center and specialized personal training facility. They offer a variety of group fitness classes. They now accept silver sneakers and have classes for seniors. They also hold kids and youth events. They have something to offer everyone in the family and even have a kids zone for busy parents. Body and Soul Transformation in Webb City, 417-553-0757 or online at bodysoultransformation.com.
City, as we get set for the bottom half of the second inning. The catcher McElroy was the last out for Farmington, so he's still getting his shin guards on. As now he's come out, there'll be probably 1 or 2 more pitches here from Pollard. Brody Eggleston will be the first Cardinal hitter here in the bottom half of the second. Will, you got a read there we need to get through?
Yeah, and since we've We've got a second here. Snodgrass Collision Center is honored to serve the area and support our local schools. Located at 1604 East 4th Street in Joplin and specializes in complete body and frame repair, four-wheel alignment, and paintless dent repair. Snodgrass Collision Center, 781-7774. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals in tonight's game.
Thank you, Will.
16, Brody Eggleston.
With that, Eggleston will step in there on the right-hand side. Pollard now with a sign he likes. The first pitch to Eggleston, off speed for a strike. So here in the early going, I think we can kind of see that Pollard likes to live in with his off-speed stuff. Once again, another off-speed pitch, but this time, check swing by Brody is held up, so 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch missed outside. Pollard winds. This time, lifted into left field by Eggleston. Back goes Roach, and he'll pull it in for out number 1. So Eggleston is out. Number 1 here in the bottom half of the second. That'll bring up the new shortstop this year, Cohen Epler. Epler last year batted .238, 20 hits in 84 at-bats in his playing time. Ball misses down low. Next pitch, off speed, misses outside, and the count's now 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out here as we bat in the bottom of the second. Fastball on the outer half is a called strike. Counts now 2 balls and 1 strike. Cardinals have 1 run on 2 hits. As Epler watches another off-speed pitch break outside too quickly, and the count's 3 balls and 1 strike. Hudson Bird waits on deck. Fastball over but low, and Epler will draw a walk. Hudson Bird playing second base today. Steps in there on the right side. Epler with a lead down there at first. The pitch to Bird. Swung on and fouled straight back. No balls and 1 strike here to the Cardinal second baseman. Dawson McMullen, the 9-place hitter in the Cardinal lineup, waits on deck for his first at bat. Snap throw over to first as Epler dives back in safely. Epler with a lead over there. Not going. Off-speed pitch to Bird. He'll take for strike 2. Now Bird has to do a little work up there. Down in the count, 0-2. Pollard working slowly here now. Comes set. Another off-speed pitch this time will miss outside. And the count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. It appears as if the flag is blowing in from left at this point. Out of the west. The next pitch missing upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bird steps out as Pollard backs off the rubber. A noticeable difference between the way Beverlin works and Pollard. The 2-2 pitch off speed, fouled back by Bird. Pollard getting ready to throw Pitch number 30 here in the bottom of the second inning. Taking a while to get the sign, then he shakes it off. Bird says that's too much time, and he steps out. And now we're all set again. Here comes Pollard to the belt. This time Bird is going to watch that curveball hit the outside corner for strike 3. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. We'll bring up Dawson McMullen with Epler still down there at first base. Pollard gives him a little look and delivers to McMullen. Bounced down to third base, up with it on 2 hops is Baumgartner. Long throw to first is too high. Schmidt leaped up in the air to catch it, but was off the bag when he came down for an error. And that'll put 2 runners on here and turn us back over the top of the lineup with Carson Myers coming back to the plate.
The designated hitter number 4, Carson Myers.
So a wild throw there by Baumgartner. Allows the inning to continue. Myers doubled his first at bat. Came around to score the Cardinals' first run. And he's going to step out just before Pollard delivers. Two outs here in the bottom of the second. Cardinals 2 on with 2 outs. Curveball misses upstairs for ball 1. Myers waits. Pollard with a sign to his liking. Now the pitch. Pulled foul past Doning down there at third. Count evens out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Myers set as he waits patiently. Pollard now set and twirls back to second with nothing happening there. The Cardinals, like I said, will be at Logan Rogersville tomorrow, and then next week, the annual play the Illinois teams as John Hersey comes to town, and then they will play Lakes Community Illinois out at Missouri Southern next Thursday. I think this is the 3rd year in a row those Illinois teams have made the trip down as Myers flies this down the right field line and twisting foul and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count on Myers as the umpire gets a new set of baseballs. Myers back in there, down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Epler at second, McMullen over at first. The 1-2 pitch to Myers. Right back up the middle off the pitcher's glove, and the shortstop's going to pick it up, but there's going to be no play, and that's going to be an infield hit for Myers, and we'll load the bases up here for the Cardinals with 2 outs. So just putting it in play as he singles right off
the catcher number 13, Mason
the
Williams.
pitcher. The Farmington pitching coach slowly makes his way out to the mound to check on his pitcher. As the pitcher now asks for a new baseball, and umpire hands him one. I believe he got enough glove on that. I don't believe it touched him at all. But the pitching coach is taking this opportunity to have a little talk with him. Myers now 2 for 2 on the day, a double and an infield single. Mason Williams comes to the plate as the pitching coach has a conversation with the umpire. I'm sure that's about whether or not that's a charged mound visit or not. I'm sure it is, as he makes a notation in his book. Williams singled and stole a base in the bottom of the first. Up there now with bases loaded and 2 outs. The first pitch to Pollard. Outside, gets past the catcher. Epler with a late break, but he's going to be able to score easily as that ball got all the way back to the backstop. And now the Cardinals lead 2-0 as all the other base runners moved up also. And so now there's runners at second and third. And Williams ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch missing outside for ball 2. Two and 0 the count. Williams patiently waiting, with resting the bat on his shoulder. Catcher still looking into the dugout for a sign. Pollard steps off. And everybody resets. McMullen down at third, Myers at second. Pollard finally comes set. And the delivery over in the inner half. And Mason Williams takes that for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cardinals lead now 2-0. Webb City leads 2-0 on 3 hits, 1 error by the Farmington Cardinals. Pulled down to third base, up with it on 2 hops, and this time Baumgartner is able to make an accurate throw to first, and that'll end the bottom half of the second inning. But the Cardinals come up with 1 more after 2 complete. It's Webb City 2, Farmington nothing. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Roderick provides payroll, bookkeeping, and bill payment services for churches and small businesses. Baker Davis Roderick is located at 920 East 15th Street in Joplin. For more information, 417-782-0829 or online at www.bdrcpas.com. And some other sponsors for tonight's ballgame: Big Nickel, ProLube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, and Roderick Insurance Agency, and Baker Davis Roderick CPAs.
Taking just a moment here as catcher Williams was the last out, so it took him just a moment to get all of his stuff back on. And he stepped out there. Beverland's going to get 1 more warm-up toss as the number 8 hitter for Farmington, Zane Schmidt, first baseman today, will step in for his first at-bat.
Leading off for Farmington,
Webb City with a 2-0 lead.
Zane Schmidt.
An earned run in the first, an unearned run in the second, as they have 3 hits on the day. Beverland, 4 strikeouts through 2 innings. He opens this inning, and he's greeted with a base hit to left off the bat of Schmidt, as Schmidt took that fastball and just laid it out into left field for a base hit. That's the first hit of the game, the second base runner for the Farmington, but the first hit, Tag Pollard.
The pitcher, number 1.
The pitcher
Tag
today
Pollard
will bat next. Pollard awaits. Schmidt with a small lead. Pollard bunts it. Beverland will take the out at first, and the sacrifice is complete. So the pitcher able to do exactly what he needed to do. And now
The second baseman, number 22, Luke Elsick.
Farmington has moved a runner into scoring position here. Off the sack, but they do have one out. Luke Elsick, leadoff batter. Only seen one pitch that hit him the first time. This time the first pitch finds the outer half for strike one. Schmidt down there at second now for Farmington. Elsick on the left side. And the 0-1 pitch from Beverlin. Elsick shows bunt as that breaking pitch misses outside. Nice stop there by the catcher, Williams. Counts now 1 ball and 1 strike. Beverlin comes set. Gives a little look back to second. And now he delivers. Once again, Elsick shows bunt, but he takes the pitch on the outer half for strike 2. Now he finds himself down the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Beverlin. The next pitch from Beverlin. Elsick swings over and misses. And he's strikeout victim number 5 of the day for Beverlin. And now there's 2 outs as Landon Roach will come to the plate. The Landon Roach, first pitch he sees, floats over on the outer half for strike 1. 2 outs here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Upstairs, Roach swings through and misses. And a pitch above his shoulders. Beverlin had him guessing there. No balls and 2 strikes now. Beverlin off speed and punched foul to the right side by Roach as he stays alive. Still down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Beverlin on the day has thrown 36 pitches, 26 of them for strikes. The 0-2 pitch from Beverlin. And swung on and comes up empty is Roach. Strikeout number 6 through 3 innings for Beverlin. Farmington does come up with a hit. They strand a runner after 2.5. It's Webb City 2, Farmington nothing. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Proud to support the Cardinals and serve the Webb City and surrounding areas is Madison Pet Clinic. Located at 1631 South Madison in Webb City, they specialize in pet surgery, wellness exams, and vaccinations. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturday 8 to noon. Madison Pet Clinic is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. 673-2455 or online at madisonpetclinic.com. Go Cardinals!
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVEST blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVEST Wealth Management. Ready to help.
Welcome back to Barnes Field here on the Webb City Cardinal campus. Download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club.
To the bottom of the 3rd we head as Brock Renfro steps in there, ground out to short his first time up, but he picked up an RBI as he drove in Carson Myers with the first run of the day. Pollard once again taking his time as the catcher still peers into the dugout waiting for the relay from the coach. And now Pollard steps off. Renfro now ready. Pollard delivers. And that's pulled down to third. Baumgartner up with it. And the throw across this time in time as Renfro grounds out 5-3 for the first out. First pitch swinging.
The pitcher number 11, Luke Beverlin.
Luke Beverlin steps in now. He flew out to left his first time up. 2 runs on 3 hits so far for for Webb City. We still wait on a sign from the dugout. And he shakes that one off. Now he's got one he likes. And that, in old timers term, Ephus pitch, missing high for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, a fastball this time, missing down low for ball 2. Two and 0 the count. Beverlin winds. Change up that Luke swung through and missed. Counts now 2 balls and 1 strike. Pollard now with the 2-1 pitch is going to miss down and away. Nice stop there by McElroy. 3 balls and 1 strike. Waiting on deck, the Cardinal third baseman Strickland. Beverlin watches this next pitch miss outside, and he'll draw a 1-out walk. Down there at first base now is Beverlin. Strickland, who flew out foul down the left field line. Here's first at bat, as now we have a courtesy runner for Beverlin, and that's number 2, which is Barrick Hoffman. So Hoffman in to run for Beverlin. First pit, before that, Pollard's going to take a snap throw to first just to see if Hoffman was ready for play, and he was. He doubled back in safely. Nice lead over there now. And the pitch, Strickland showed bunt and took a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Strickland. Another toss over to first, and this time it gets past the first baseman, and they just threw us a double as Hoffman ends up down there at second base. So an error on the pitcher as a wild throw got down into the right field area. Cardinals now with a runner in scoring position for Braden Strickland. 0-1 the count. Up and in. The count evens out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Eggleston would be next. Hoffman leads off down there second, and now Strickland says that's a little bit too much time, and he'll step out for a moment. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Popped up by Strickland. Foul, catcher circles, and we'll come up with the catch just a little ways down the third base line, foul territory for out number 2. Brody Eggleston is next. So a little pop out off the bat.
Number 16, Brody Eggleston.
From Strickland. Eggleston flew out to left his first at bat. So both times Strickland. And now Hoffman is going to get picked off as it looked as if he was going on first movement, and that will be the third out. So Cardinals come up empty here in the third inning after 3 complete. It's Webb City 2, Farmington nothing. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
Supporting the Webb City Cardinals is Pam Drake at Roderick Insurance Agency is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals. Roderick Insurance Agency has served the area since 1945 and is located at 108 North Main in Webb City, offering insurance plans including auto, home, business, and more from a variety of companies. For more information, 417-673-1242.
And as we're going to head to the 4th inning, we're going to let Will see if he can't get us a couple of quick outs.
First pitch is hit high and deep into center field, and it is caught by Andrew Young, the center fielder, for a quick 1 pitch, 1 out. Batting there for Farmington was number 33, Clayton Clark, the DH. And now Cooper Beach, the shortstop, is up next. He grounded out his first time up. The next pitch is hit high, and Mason Williams is trying to find it, get under it, and he'll get it for a quick pop out to the catcher, and there's 2 pitches, 2 outs for the Cardinals.
Well, Will, I don't think they want to give you much time to talk. Their first pitch swinging, and now there's 2 outs.
Well, they might have something against me. I'm not sure.
Fielder Morgan Shader.
Now Morgan Shader, he struck out his first time up. Pitch from Beverlin is right down the middle for strike 1. Beverlin drops the ball as it coming back to him, so he's got to walk off the mound, pick it up. He's ready, though, and the delivery, an off-speed pitch, a good one there, got him out in front of it for strike 2. Here's Beverlin. He's shakes off the first one, now gets the sign. Fastball comes in low for ball 1. Shader gets in quick, and he'll see the pitch, an off-speed pitch. Was fouled, it hit him, so it's out of play. The count remains 1-2. We're in the top of the 4th. 1-2 count with 2 outs here. Beverlin shakes off that pitch, and now he'll deliver the 1-2. Another foul off to the Cardinal dugout. Mason Williams will get a new ball and give it back to his pitcher. The 1-2 delivery. Curveball that got away from Beverlin, and it'll now be Deuces Wild here. Our first one on the night. The 2-2. A ground ball over to second base. Up and over to first for a quick out, number 3. So the Cardinals, they go 3 up, 3 down. And they will now head to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
4, 3, 2.
The Northwest Arkansas Naturals open up the home portion of their schedule at Arvest Ballpark on Tuesday night, April 8th, as they begin a 6-game homestand versus the Frisco Rough Riders that goes through Sunday, April 13th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com, a supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. And back to my pal Will.
Brody Eggleston will lead off for the Webb City Cardinals. The first pitch he sees is low for ball 1. The next pitch, a breaking ball in there for strike 1. We've talked about how Pollard, he does like his breaking balls. The next pitch, another one. It's hit to the shortstop, and it's bobbled, and now over to first. Not in time. Eggleston beat out the throw.
So another error there, charged to Farmington, as the shortstop bobbled that just for a moment. Eggleston, with his speed,
Number 12,
legs out of, and now he stands down there at first.
Now Cohen Epler will return to the plate. His first at bat, he got a walk. So officially this is his first at bat. First pitch he'll see. Eggleston goes. The throw down to second is offline. Eggleston will steal second base.
The pitch misses up high, so the count's 1-0 on Epler.
Brody Eggleston there showing off his speed 2 times in a row, beating out the throw to first and then stealing second. Cohen Epler now steps into the block. He's got his blue gloves. A breaking ball hit over to the shortstop. He'll grab it up off the dirt and throw over to first. It goes past the first baseman. Epler will run to second. Eggleston comes home. And another error by the Farmington Cardinals.
Cardinals do pick up another run.
Number 3, Hudson Bird.
Hudson Bird now coming to the plate. He struck out looking his first time up. He's into the box now with Cohen Epler over there at second base. He's got a good lead. Pitcher checks, and now good old Uncle Charlie curveball coming in there for strike 1. The next pitch, a fastball. Bird swings through that one for a quick 0-2 count. It's 0-2, no outs. Pollard checks Epler and now delivers, and Bird will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. Now up to bat is number 18, Dawson McMullen. He reached on an error his first at bat. Pollard looking at Epler at second base. He'll deliver a fastball. It's hit out into shallow left center field, and it is caught by the center fielder, Lester, coming over to his right to make a quick out. And now the Cardinals 2 back-to-back outs. Back to the top of the lineup, the Cardinals go for the DH, Carson Myers. He's got 2 hits, a single and a double. With Epler now on second base in scoring position. The pitch from Pollard. A curveball up and away for ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 4th. The Cardinals lead the Farmington Cardinals 3-0. Carson Myers up to bat with a 1-0 count and 2 outs. The pitch inside there for ball 2. Here's now Pollard checking on the runner, and now the pitch is in there for strike 1. Epler reached second base on an errant throw. And now Myers tries to get him in with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's hit past the second baseman into right field. Epler will come home. The right fielder bobbles it. There will be no throw. And Carson Myers now has his 3rd hit of the day. Another single into right field. Cardinals now lead 4-0 against the Farmington Cardinals.
Number 13, Mason Williams.
Mason Williams now up to bat, the catcher. He's got 1 hit, a single. And he will see the pitch. No batting gloves for Mason Williams. Now will be a check throw over to first base. It's safe.
Had him leaning there. They darn near had him, but umpire called him safe. But I'd be looking for him to take off here. He looked like he was going that time.
Pollard now taking his time. He'll check back over to first base. He got in there safely once again. So Mason Williams yet to see a pitch in this at bat from Pollard. Now here's the pitch, runner goes. Ball gets away from the catcher. He'll be in there with no throw. Thought about maybe going to third, but you could hear everybody yelling from the Webb City side, no, no, no.
He was off with the pitch. We'll give him a stolen base on that one.
A 1-0 count for Mason Williams, the catcher. Pollard taking his time, and now the pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike 1.
Looked like Williams tried to ask for time, but the umpire didn't grant it.
Pollard now looking in from the sign. He brings it to the belt, looks back at the second base runner. The pitch, and we've got time from Mason Williams. This time he is granted time. Count remains 1-1. And this is going to be blooped over the second baseman into shallow center field. The center fielder bobbles the ball, and so Carson Myers will come home with no throw. And Mason Williams has his 2nd hit on the night, and he will get pinch run for. That is number 10, Talon Haslip, the 5'10 sophomore, coming in to pinch run for the catcher, Mason Williams. And now Brock Renfro will step up to the plate. He's grounded out twice. Once to the third baseman, once to the shortstop. First pitch. This is going to be grounded foul down the third base line. Webb City has scored 3 runs in this bottom of the 4th inning. aided by some of Farmington's errant throws. Pollard now comes set. Brock Renfro will await the 0-1 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's hit into right center field. It is down. Renfro is going to hold up at first base, and Haslip will hold up at third. But it'll be the first hit for Brock Renfro. A single into right center field. The Cardinals with some good 2-out hitting here. Now the pitcher, Luke Beverlin, will step up. His first at bat, he flied out. His second one, he got walked. Throw over to first base to check on Mr. Renfro. He slides back in safe. Don't expect Brock Renfro to be getting a big lead over there. A swinging strike 1 for Luke Beverlin. Haslip over at third. Renfro at first. The pitch to Beverlin. Uncle Charlie pitch. It'll be outside for ball number 1. The pitch from Pollard is inside to Beverlin for ball number 2. A 2-1 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cardinals have scored 3 runs. The pitch, it's a curveball in there for strike 2. It's Deuces Wild once again. Pollard gets a sign, he comes set. The pitch to Beverlin, and a swinging strike 3 to finally end the 4th inning for the Farmington Cardinals, but not before the Webb City Cardinals scored 3. They stranded 2. Back with the 5th inning, you're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Person Greenhouse at 417-673-3780. And as always, you can download the KNEO iPhone and Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club. Beverlin finishing up his warm-up tosses, 6 strikeouts through 4 innings. The Cardinals with a 5-0 lead as they scored once in the first, once in the second, and 3 times in the 4th inning. As Farmington didn't give Will much to talk about last inning, we're going to let him see if he's got a few more words he can get in this time as we head to the top of the 5th. Take it away, Will.
Leading off for Farmington is their center fielder, Aiden Lester. First pitch from Beverlin. He'll sky this one high to the shortstop, who hauls it in for a quick first out. Once again for the Cardinals.
Number Number 13, Landon McElroy.
And now up is the catcher, Landon McElroy. He grounded out to the pitcher, Beverlin, his first at bat. He'll see his second one now. The first pitch from Beverlin is in there for strike one. Beverlin working fast. He's set and ready. Here comes the second pitch. Fastball low for ball one. Two-one count. Pitch is outside for ball two. This one is now hit into left field for a base hit for McElroy. Farmington gets on base once again as they are down 5-0 at the top of the fifth, and we're going to have a runner come in for the Farmington Cardinals. We'll see if we can see the number as he's standing behind our first baseman. It's Bryson Beaver, number 18. Mason Williams is going to have a little chat with his pitcher, Beverlin. So I'd like to thank some of our sponsors: Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Harvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, along with Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Price Family Insurance, and Financial Services.
Coach Doning's going to make a walk out to the pitcher's mound to have a little conversation with Luke, as he's just now crossed over the 50 pitch mark. And looks like maybe he's said something about maybe his left side or his right side there, and so they're going to make a pitching change. So let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back here with a new pitcher for the Cardinals. You're listening to KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Who Hot Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at whohot.com.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the four-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
The Roper Kia Four-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the four states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia Four-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Plans, including auto, home, business, and more from a variety of companies. For more information, 417-673-1242 or online at RoderickInsuranceAgency.com. Chase Denton A righty will be the new Cardinal pitcher. This will be his first varsity action as he's called upon here in the fifth inning, as he will come in with a Farmington Cardinal over at first base, and the number 8 hitter Zane Schmidt steps in there. Back to Will here for the play-by-play.
Zane Schmidt in the box. Beaver is over there. The first pitch from Denton, a swinging strike one. Denton looks over at first base. He comes set and will deliver a foul ball back to the screen, and a quick 2 strikes for Schmidt. Oh, 2 count, 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Denton delivers. This will be grounded over to the third base side, and it'll be foul. It was a good job scooping it up by the third baseman, Braden Strickland, but it was foul, so everybody will return to their spots and we'll redo the 0-2 pitch. Beaver with a good lead over at first base. Denton will look over at him and now come set, and we're a time call by the batter Schmidt. He will adjust his gloves, pick his bat back up, and get back into the box. The 0-2 from Denton. Strike 3. It was in the dirt, but with first base already occupied, it is a strikeout, and now that'll be the second out of the inning for the Farmington Cardinals. And now batting Tage Pollard, the pitcher, with 2 outs and a runner on first. The pitch from Denton hits him. No, it does not. Mason Williams caught it. That was going right at Pollard, but he was able to dodge it, and Mason Williams was able to catch it. Next pitch from Denton. That one gets past Williams, and the runner Beaver will cruise on down to second base.
Denton may have tried to overthrow that one just a little bit.
As we mentioned, this is his first varsity experience, so got to imagine the nerves maybe just a little bit running in him. The 2-0 pitch from Denton is in there for strike 1. A good catch and a good frame by the catcher Mason Williams. Denton now with the ball in his right hand. He'll step off, and Mason Williams will come out to have a visit.
Just as an interesting side note, this year Mason Williams has an earpiece in, as the Cardinals are one of a few teams in the state that are actually working on this to see if they'll implement this for future years as the communication from the dugout to the catcher, as Doning calls the pitches into his ear instead of having to holler out signs or flash signs.
The 2-1 pitch, a swinging strike 2. He got the batter Pollard chasing a high fastball.
The difference in high school right now, they don't allow communication with anybody else in the field, so there's no wireless communication between the catcher and the pitcher at this point.
The 2-2 pitch is hammered into left field. The throw home is going to be caught. Oh, but the runner Beaver was able to slide in as the throw was just to the right of the plate. Mason Williams couldn't quite get over and get the tag in time. A close throw. Eggleston over in left field, and the Farmington Cardinals have their first run of the game here in the top of the 5th.
Number 22, Luke
We're going to have a courtesy runner over for Pollard. It is number 2, Landon Roach. No, excuse me. It is not Landon Roach. It is number 2, but number 2 is not Landon Roach. Crosby Schmidt will be the courtesy runner. And now there's a hit over into right field by the top of the lineup batter, Luke Elsick. He will now reach base for his 3rd time. His first at bat, he was hit, and then he got a single. Now he reaches first for the 3rd time with that single. And now the previously talked about Landon Roach will come to the plate with 2 runners on. The pitch from Denton, a foul back to the screen. So runners on, 1st and 2nd with a little 2-out rally for the Farmington Cardinals here. They've scored 1 run so far. The 0-1 pitch from Denton, a curveball, just inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery, a fastball up high for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Cardinals lead 5-1. Chase Denton on the mound in relief of Luke Beverlin. The pitch, this one is sky high, just on the edge of the infield, and it is caught by the shortstop Cohen Epler to end the top of the 5th inning. So the Cardinals stranded 2 runners, but not before they scored 1. The Webb City Cardinals will come up to bat as we'll bring you the bottom of the 5th inning here in 1 minute. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Welcome back to Barnes Field on the campus of Webb City High School. A new pitcher on the mound for the Farmington Cardinals. That is, looks like it's number 4, Race Baumgartner. As far as we know, no relation to Madison Baumgartner. But if we are wrong, we might be in a little bit of trouble.
So Pollard moves from the pitching mound to third base, so he'll stay in the lineup as Baumgartner now moves from third base to pitcher. Strickland, Braden, will lead off the bottom half of the 5th inning here as Webb City leads this one 5-1. Webb City 1 run in the 1st, 1 run in the 2nd, 3 runs in the 4th. Farmington, their lone run in the top half of the 5th. Farmington with 4 hits on the day. The Cardinals have collected 6. Strickland steps in there. 0 for 2 on the day. He has flied foul to left and has popped foul to the catcher. And the first pitch he'll see here from Baumgartner is off speed and sails outside for ball 1. The next offering misses outside for ball 2. Baumgartner a little shorter than Pollard. Also throws from the right-hand side. Two 2-0 the count here on Strickland. Barely missing inside from hitting Strickland for ball 3. 3-0 pitch from Baumgartner. And he misses outside, and Strickland draws a 4-pitch walk. Eggleston steps in there now as we're going to have a pinch runner. And that's going to be number 21 is going to run for Strickland. And that's Rylan Bell. So Bell pinch running for Strickland down there at first with Brody Eggleston at the plate. He's over 2, has scored a run and a stolen base as he reached on a 4th inning error. Bell with a nice lead down there. Baumgartner delivers to Eggleston. Off speed, bouncing in the dirt or the turf as it may be. But no advance from the Cardinal base runner. 1 ball and no strikes to Eggleston. Eggleston watches that curveball for a strike. Count evens out. 1 ball and 1 strike. Last year, Brody 1 hit in 5 at-bats. As he looks for his first hit this year. Punches this one foul down the right field line. Counts now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And I'm guessing that must hit the light pole as it bounced back in to the field of play, and they've picked it back up and will continue. 1-2 the count on Eggleston. Off with the pitch went Bell as Eggleston lofts this foul into the net on the right side. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cohen Epler awaits on deck. Baumgartner peers in. Quick throw to first. Bell a little quicker as he gets back in plenty of time. Another toss over to first. Same result. Bell on his belly, but safe. Baumgartner now steps off the mound. One and two the count to the Webb City left fielder. Off speed this time is going to catch the outside corner for strike 3, and they're going to get Bell for a strike him out, throw him out, double play. And now there are 2 outs in the bottom half of the 5th inning with Cohen Epler coming to the plate. So Bell off with the pitch. Out, trying to steal.
Number 12, Cohen Epler.
On a nice throw from the catcher to the shortstop. First pitch to Epler way outside for ball 1 as it skips on back to the netting. Epler on the day 0 for 1 with a walk. An RBI. He has scored 2 of the Cardinals' runs. That pitch missing outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count here with 2 outs in the home half of the 5th inning. Baumgartner and the 2-0 pitch, off speed and missing upstairs. There really wasn't any bite to that attempted curveball, and now it's 3-0 to Epler. The 3-0 pitch will miss outside, and Epler will trot down to first with a 2-out walk, and that will bring Hudson Bird to the plate.
Number 3, Hudson Bird.
Bird, a strikeout victim, his both times up. First time he's seen Baumgartner. The first pitch he sees this at bat will miss outside for ball 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Webb City leading 5-1 over Farmington. The 1-0 pitch from Baumgartner, missing outside once again. And Hudson Bird finds himself ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Epler with a medium lead down there at first. Bird takes a slow breaking pitch over the outside corner for a strike, and the count's now 2 balls and 1 strike. The next offering down and low. And Hudson now has a count in his favor, 3 balls and 1 strike. Baumgartner now with a come set and will step off. The next pitch to Bird. Fastball right back up the center, but a nice snag there by the shortstop leaning to his left, and Hudson is a line drive out for the 3rd out of the inning. We've completed 5 here in Webb City. The Webb City Cardinals lead at 5-1. We'll be back for the final 2 innings. You're listening to KNEO and the Webb City Cardinal Sports Network.
He was just a young man, but his mistakes landed him in prison. The ultimate wake-up call. He finally really wanted to get his life straightened out. Now, your prison may not be a correctional facility. You may be held captive by sinful habits or an unhealthy lifestyle. But you can begin again. Jesus died for your sins, offering you forgiveness and a new path for life. Find out how to begin a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Call or text us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us online at chataboutjesus.com.
If you've ever watched American Idol, you know it can be quite entertaining as people do almost anything for attention and a chance to reach the top. But after seeing person after person either pass or fail, it makes you wonder, is being someone important really what we should be striving for? Isn't there more to life than that? What really fulfills a person? Well, it actually isn't a what, but a who. It's Jesus. He has a purpose for your life. Find out more. Call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us live at needhim.org.
And back here in Webb City, the 2025 season opener, as your Webb City Cardinals lead the Farmington Cardinals 5-1. As we head to the top half of the 6th inning with the designated hitter for Farmington, Clayton Clark, coming back to the plate.
Leading off the top of the 6th, number 33.
As I believe Coach Doning may have been relaying the fact that Strickland re-entered the game at third base after he was pinch run for by Rylan Bell. Denton's pitch is lofted foul up and over third base for strike 1. Clark 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out swinging his first time, flied to center his second at bat. The next pitch from Dent Misses inside. Counts now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 run on 4 hits, 4 errors for Farmington. 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the home team. Off his hands and fouled. Over on the right-hand side this time. And the count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Denton. A swing and a miss there from Clark, and that would be the second strikeout for his day, and out number 1 here in the top half of the 6th.
Number 11, Cooper Beach.
Cooper Beach, the senior shortstop for Farmington. 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded back to the pitcher, popped foul to the catcher. Steps in there now with 1 out in the top of the 6th. First pitch he sees, he shows bunt, pulls the bat back for ball 1. If you're watching our video feed, the sun has drenched the playing surface with a high sun, but the warmth has not been delivered by the sun itself. As the next pitch misses outside, 2-0. It is a good opening day for baseball, though. We've been here before when the temperature wasn't much north of freezing. The 2-0 pitch catches the inside corner for strike 1. 2-1 the count. To the shortstop for Farmington. Lifted foul down the right side, and the count evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Morgan Shader, the right fielder, awaits on deck. Denton and his 2-2 pitch, but before that, Beach will ask for time, and it's granted. A reminder that tomorrow's game will be played at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then Webb City will have the weekend off as they await the Illinois teams to make their way down here. Fouled once again to the right side, and the count remains 2-2. John Hersey will be here on Tuesday, and then we'll take on Lakes Community. That game to be played at Missouri Southern. Both of those games to be carried here on KNEO. The 2-2 pitch from Denton just misses outside, and the count runs full. The 3-2 pitch from Denton as the righty deals. This is going to be pulled down the left field line fair. Beach is going to round first. He's going to head to second as the ball got down in the corner, and he'll be in there with a 1-out double. So, Beach with a double.
Number 24, Morgan Shader.
As Morgan Shader will come to the plate. With 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Denton peers in. And catches the outside corner with that first offering to Shader. And he's ahead, no balls and 1 strike. Shader 0 for 2 on the day, struck out swinging back in the second. Grounded out to Hudson Bird over at second in the 4th. The 0-1 pitch, missing inside. Counts now 1 ball and 1 strike. Game now passing the 90-minute mark. Time asked for by Shader and granted. And now he's back in there and awaits the 1-1 pitch from Denton. Fastball outside. It counts now 2-1. So Farmington with a runner down there in scoring position with 1 out. Batting here in the top half of the 6th inning. Lifted into right field. Coming in as McMullen. He pulls it in as Beach is going to tag up and then decides better of it as McMullen fires it across to Strickland. So now there's 2 outs here in the 6th inning, and that will bring up Aiden Lester, the center fielder for Farmington. With 2 outs and a runner still down there at second base. Lester also over 2, struck out looking back in the 2nd, popped up to short in the 5th. First pitch swinging, lifts this out to center field. Young comes in at 3 or 4 steps and hauls it in for out number 3. So Farmington comes up empty after 5.5. Webb City leads 5-1. You're listening to KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. Arvest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
6-1 at the present time. Will, we got a couple of reads left to do.
Supporting Webb City Cardinal Athletics is Webb City Florist and Greenhouse. They offer flower boutiques for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, and funerals. Find out more at Webb City Florist and Greenhouse at 417-673-3780.
To the bottom half of the 6th inning, Dawson McMullen, the number 9 hitter, will lead off. He's 0 for 2, reached base on an error back in the 2nd, and flied out to center field in the 4th. Baumgartner back to the mound for his 2nd inning of work. And the first pitch to McMullen catches the outside corner for strike 1. Curveball a little too far outside, skips past the catcher and back to the screen. Count evens out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Baumgartner set. And the 1-1 pitch swung on and missed by McMullen. Now he'll battle with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Curveball McMullen's going to wear on his backside, and he will trot down to first. Hit by pitch here to open up the 6th inning.
Number 4.
Back to the top of the lineup as Carson Myers steps in. A perfect 3 for 3 on the day with 2 singles and a double. Baumgartner peers over at McMullen. And this pitch up and away to Myers. With those 2 hits, or those 3 hits, Myers has also scored 2 runs, has an RBI and a stolen base for his afternoon's work. Off with the pitch goes McMullen. A strike to Myers. McMullen beats a throw down to second base. Counts now 1-1 to Myers. The 1-1 pitch. Before that, Carson steps out. Now he's back in. Off speed and low. And it counts now 2-1 as McMullen stays at second base. Catcher Myers wants to have a little chat with his hurler. Sponsors today include Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Myers CPA, Crowder College, Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. The meeting has ended. McElroy back behind the plate. Myers stands there with a 2-ball and 1-strike count. Slow breaking pitch that Myers pulls into left. Coming over and reaching up is Roach, and that's the first out here in the 6th inning.
Number 13,
Mason Williams
Mason Williams.
comes to the plate. He's 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI and a stolen base to his credit. First pitch he'll see here from Baumgartner. Slow breaking pitch that he's going to lift into left center. Coming in hard is Roach going out to shortstop. It's going to fall into no man's land for a base hit. And they will hold McMullen at third base as Farmington had just a little bit of trouble figuring out who was going to pick it up. But Mason just dropped that into no man's land for his 3rd hit of the day.
Number 7, Brock Renfro.
Brock Renfro will step in there. 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Grounded out to short, grounded to third before singling to right in the 4th. Runners at the corners here with 1 out in the home half of the 6th inning. The number 3 hitter Renfro up there with 1 out. Off with the pitch is Williams. The pitch up high for a ball as Williams gets his 2nd stolen base of the day, and the Cardinals now have runners at 2nd and 3rd. Looking for an insurance run here as they lead by 4 in the bottom half of the 6th inning, the season opener here at Barnes Field. Off speed on the outer half for a strike. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Renfro awaits. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And now the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Renfro. Not sure it is. We'll have a pinch hitter next. As Renfro waits back on that and then spoils that off-speed pitch foul. And out of play down the right field line. Cardinals don't have numbers on the front of their jersey, so we're waiting for the young man to turn around so we can see the number he wears on his back. 1-2 to Renfro. As he steps out. Looks like on deck right now is Landon Piette. So he will hit for the pitcher Denton if it gets that far. Missing outside, and the count evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Renfro. Renfroe with 1 RBI on the day would love to pick up a couple more as he stands patiently waiting. Baumgartner set at the belt. Off speed, and once again spoiling a foul is Renfroe. Two and two is the count. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Missing down and in, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Webb City first baseman. The next pitch from Baumgartner. Off speed and lifted into left center, and that ball is going to get down. And 1 run is going to score. Williams is going to round third and be held up right there as Renfroe drives in the 6th run of the day here for the Cardinals as they expand their lead to 6-1. So single to left center from Renfroe. McMullen scores. Williams finds his way down there at third base. And at the plate right now is Landon Piette pinch hitting for the pitcher Denton. Courtesy runner now down there at second base. And when he turns around, we'll let you know who that is. He's getting some instructions there from head coach Andrew Doning. And that will be number 10, Talon Haslip. So courtesy running for Williams will be Haslip. Piette at the plate for his first at bat of the day. Cardinals now, Webb City now leads 6-1. Runners at the corner with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Piette is a strike. Strickland awaiting his turn. The 0-1 pitch to Piette, and this one ends up behind him. He's trying to talk the home plate umpire into saying it hit him, but it was behind him as the catcher made a good catch to keep it from going to the backstop. So the count evens out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Next offering sails high. Counts now 2-1. Cardinals now 6 runs on 8 hits. Still batting here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Now Piette asks for time. And now the pitching coach for Farmington will ask for time as he's going to step out there. And it looks like, well, he started to talk to the second baseman like he's going to make a change, but he's going to pull in his entire team. So let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Reporters ask me, who is the greatest Christian I've ever known? I always answer, Ruth. She is the greatest Christian I've ever known.
Billy and Ruth Graham are together in heaven. But while they were here on earth, their marriage was an inspiration to countless people.
When you get married, you're committing for life. It's commitment that's kept Ruth and me together in times of stress or strain or difficulty. The scripture says, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church. He loved the church so much that he died on the cross for all of those that were going to become members of his body, the church. That's why he died on the cross and shed his blood. And that's why he rose from the dead, so you could find a new life in him. Come to Christ.
Jesus can restore your marriage and your life. Learn more at findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And welcome back to Barnes Field. Farmington Cardinals making some changes. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals open up the home portion of their schedule at Arvest Ballpark on Tuesday night, April 8th, as they begin a 6-game homestand versus the Frisco Rough Riders that goes through Sunday, April 13th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com, a supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. Also, download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club.
Into pitch for Farmington is Morgan Shader. He was the right fielder. And into the game, into right field, is Caden Lawrence. So Baumgartner exits the game. Shader will now come into a situation where he will face Piet, but Piet will be there with a 2-ball and 1-strike count. Webb City 6 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Farmington 1 run on 5 hits. They have committed 4 errors. Be sure to stick around for the post-game show, as that will be brought to you by the Price Family Insurance and Financial Services and Crowder College, immediately following the ending of today's game. Piet steps back in there.
Now pitching for Farmington,
Count of
Shader.
2 balls and 1 strike. He will still be the responsibility of Baumgartner. First pitch he sees here, he's going to stroke over the shortstop's head and out into left center. In will come Haslip, and stopping at second base will be Renfro with a solid base hit as Piet welcomes the new pitcher in with a run-scoring single. So a nice piece of hitting there by Piet.
Number 9, Braden Strickland.
Braden Strickland now comes to the plate. Cardinals now lead 7-1. Shader steps off. Strickland over 2 with a walk today. We'll take a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch from Shader is a breaking pitch into Dandy for strike 2. Strickland now down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. As Renfro leads away from second and Piet leads away from first. Pulled foul on an inside pitch is Strickland, and the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Umpire on the field gives the baseball a quick look, says it's still good to go. Shader climbs back up on top of the hill and comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled, cued off the end of the bat as Strickland stays alive. And we'll see one more pitch here. Oh, 0-2 the count. Cardinals with 2 on and 1 out here in the 6th inning. Breaking pitch. Catcher made a nice stop in front of him, but lost sight of the ball as both runners in will advance. So now the Cardinals with runners at second and third, with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. And now it's even at 2-2 as Shader misses with his next offering. Shader now goes to the windup and misses with that fastball outside. And the count for Strickland has now come back and gone full. So a nice at bat here by Strickland as he's worked his way back into a full count. But he's going to swing at strike 3, but it gets away from the catcher. 1 run will score, and Strickland will be on with the wild pitch. So the Cardinals come up with another run.
Number 16,
as the Cardinals now lead 8-1. Off with the pitch is Strickland, as Eggleston will take that low for ball 1. Strickland with the stolen base. Eggleston swings through the next pitch, and the count evens out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Still only 1 out here. Cardinals in the 6th inning as that pitch bounces at the plate, and the catcher gets enough of that, and it doesn't get far enough away from him. And the count now 2 balls and 1 strike on Brody Eggleston. And now here comes the Farmington pitching coach once again. Cardinals have put up 3 runs here so far in the bottom half of the 6th inning as they lead 8-1. Still with 2 runners in scoring position.
We'd like to thank some of our sponsors for tonight's game: Big Nickel, ProLube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Baker Davis Roderick Agencies, and CPAs. Other sponsors: Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, and Snodgrass Collision Center.
The meeting has broken up as Farmington coaches make their way back to the dugout. Eggleston remains at the plate. The count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Now they've moved Shader back to the stretch position, and a curveball that Eggleston swings through for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eggleston looking for his first hit of the day. Checked his swing there, and they say no swing. Count moves to 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch from Shader. And Brody will wave and miss at a breaking pitch, tailing away from him for strike 3. And now there are 2 outs as
Number 12,
Cohen Epler will come to the plate. Officially 0 for 1 today with 2 walks. He has scored twice. Watches the first pitch bounce outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Epler. Good enough for a strike. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Missing inside. Count evens out. Or I'm sorry, the count now in Epler's favor, 2 balls and 1 strike. This time he drives it into left field. In 2 steps is Roach, and he puts it away for out number 3. Cardinals are 3 outs from a season opening win. They lead this one 8-1. We'll be back with the top half of the 7th inning. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
If you've ever watched any of the talent shows on television, you see people doing almost anything for attention. What are you doing to get noticed? Whose attention are you seeking? Will that really fulfill you? There is one person that changes all of that, and it's Jesus. He loves you and has a hope and purpose for your life. If you want to learn to have a personal relationship with Jesus, then call or text us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us online at chataboutjesus.com.
And back here at Barnes Field, a new pitcher here as Braden Strickland has moved over from third base to the mound, which will move Landon Piet in to play third base. So we'll let Will take it here for just a moment as we get our scorecards put back together.
Well, we've reached the top of the hour. You're listening to KNEO 91.7, Neosho Joplin, Webb City. The Cardinals can end it here at the top of the 7th inning. They lead 8-1 with a good 3-run 6th inning.
Farmington will send 7, 8, and 9 to the plate as Landon McElroy, the catcher, as he takes the first pitch here from Strickland for a strike. The next pitch, flied down the right field line and twisting foul for strike 2. It's 0-2 the count here quickly. Strickland did not make an appearance last year. Has McElroy down in the count 0-2. McElroy turns on that pitch and drives it into left field, but running over and making a nice running catch near the foul line is Brody Eggleston, and there is one away here in the top half of the 7th inning.
Number 30, Zane Schmidt.
The number 8 hitter, Zane Schmidt, now at the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. Singled to left his first time up and then struck out swinging. Next pitch from Strickland. Skips past Williams back to the backstop, and the count's 1-0. Strickland working quickly, delivers this next pitch up for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Tapped out on 2 hops to short, up with a Zeppler long throw across. to Renfro is in time, and the Cardinals are 1 out away from a season opening victory. The only thing standing in the way now is Tag Pollard, the number 9 hitter, in the lineup for the Farmington Cardinals. Strickland deals, and this pitch fouled into the netting for strike 1. Strickland wasting a little time. He's back up on there and ready to go. And this one's out to short. Nice backhand there by Upler on 2 hops. A throw across to Renfro, and it short hops him, and that'll be the first error of the game for the Cardinals. So just didn't quite get the throw all the way across the diamond, and that'll cost Strickland to have to go one more batter as the top of the order for the Cardinals. Luke Elsick comes to the plate. Elsick 1 for 2. Puts that first pitch into the netting on the left side for strike 1. He was hit by a pitch to open the game, struck out in the 3rd, and singled in the 5th. The 0-1 pitch from Strickland. Nice stop there in the dirt by Williams. As the count evens out. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pulled foul towards the first base dugout by Elsick. As the Farmington Cardinals now are down to their last strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on their leadoff hitter, Elsick. And he'll swing through the next pitch. Williams picks it up and tosses it down to first to complete the strikeout. And that will bring the season opening game to a conclusion as your Webb City Cardinals end up with an 8-1 victory. We're going to take a 3-minute break and come back with our postgame show. You've been listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
How can we go on unless there's a renewed emphasis on prayer today?
Billy Graham.
There's no doubt that we as a people are in serious trouble today. If there was ever a time that we needed to be on our knees in prayer, asking God to save us, it is now. What a glorious thing it would be if millions of Americans would avail themselves of the greatest privilege and the greatest power this side of heaven, the privilege and power of prayer. God answers prayer. With God, nothing is impossible. No problem is too difficult. No burden too heavy for His love. If Jesus needed to pray, how much more we need to pray today. The Scripture says, pray without ceasing.
Learn more about the power of prayer at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. From the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Getting to heaven isn't just about putting enough good on one side of the scale to balance the bad on the other. It's about fulfilling a death penalty, the one we deserve for our rebellion against God. None of the great moralities or great religions can pay the death penalty for our sin. Only Jesus Christ's death on the cross can do that. You have to look to Him as the only one who can save you. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM. That's 888-NEED-HIM.
Barnes Field as your Cardinals come up with a season-opening victory, 8-1 over the Farmington Cardinals. Line score for the Cardinals, 8 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, as they scored a single run in the first, a single run in the second, 3 runs in the fourth, and 3 runs in the sixth. The Farmington Cardinals, 1 run on 5 hits, but they committed 4 errors. In just a moment here, we'll be joined by head coach Andrew Doning as we'll kind of go over a little bit of what we saw here in the season opening victory. As he gets set there, well, congratulations. We get to start the season off 1-0.
Hey, baseball's back, right?
Not the warmest day in the world, but we'll take it.
Well, that's what I said. If you were watching the video cast, it looked like there was a lot of sunshine, but there wasn't much warmth coming with it.
Yeah, I mean, if you could stay in the right spot for a while, you got to stay pretty warm. But, it was a great opening game. We had some good things happen. We had some bad things happen, some sophomore mistakes, we're going to call them, and that's okay. It's a great learning experience for those kids.
Well, the top part of your lineup, 1, 2, 3, they were 8 for 12 today. As Carson Myers went 3 for 4, Mason Williams 3 for 4, and Brock 2 for 4. So that's pretty good, the top part of your lineup.
Great job by those guys. I mean, you can't ask them to do much better than that. It's kind of what we ask them to do, set the table. Carson kind of put him in a weird spot being the DH. It's not his typical role, but, man, he comes out and, 3 for 4 in his first varsity game. So that's great for that kid.
And Luke on the mound was cruising there through 4 innings, and then looked like he hit a little bump and maybe a pitch count number. So we got him out, and then the next 2 guys come in and finished off the job.
Yeah, we want to get into a number, get him a few ups and downs, a few innings. That's obviously kind of what our goal is first couple of games of the year, is just kind of extend his pitch count, extend his number of times he gets up and downs for his innings. So, it's what we needed him to do. We got Chase some experience, which was good for him. He came in and did a pretty good job. He probably wanted to throw a few more strikes, and that's okay. It's his first varsity outing as well. So, then Stricky comes in the last inning and just fills it up and gets his outs.
The one thing we noticed up here is just the difference in the speed of the game, your pitchers versus their pitchers. So hitting-wise, it had to be tough as they were getting to the point where they almost wanted to call timeout probably just about every pitch.
Yeah, we work at a pretty quick pace. We want our pitchers to get on the mound. We want the catcher to get the ball back to him. We want them to go, pretty quick. Luke works really, really quick. I mean, he's quicker than most guys. But, yeah, I mean, our pace, we want to be, efficient. We want to fill it up and keep the energy going. We don't want people to fall asleep. They seem to work at a little bit slower pace, and I think it frustrated some people. And I'm not sure if they were having a communication issue with their catcher. I mean, we had some issues in one inning with our stuff too, and it's kind of one of those things you got to work out. But, yeah, just a little different philosophy maybe than our stuff. We try to go pretty quick.
Well, and you got out of the game, pretty decent, only 1 error, and that was probably just a mental thing where he didn't come up and fire it like he should have with 2 outs.
He had 2 outs. Cohen's got a good enough arm. He can throw from anywhere on the infield across there, and it's not a problem. He just didn't shuffle his feet like he should have, and I guarantee as soon as he let go of the ball, he knew it, and then the ball probably got right in the line with the sun, and Brock couldn't get it, pick it pretty well. So, but that's this time of the year I'll take 1 error in a game. I'll take it.
Yep. So the Cardinals give it an opening day win here. Tomorrow morning you get on a bus really early as we head to Logan Rogersville for a 9 o'clock cup of coffee game.
Yeah, back to travel baseball playing 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we're going to play a little early. They got both their teams, basketball teams, boys and girls, are in the Final Four, so we're going to try to help them out a little bit. Coach Lytle's a tremendous guy, and I'm more than happy. We haven't played him in a couple of years. We've had some weather and some cold games, so we're going to go get up early, turn this thing around as soon as we can, and get up on the bus at 6 o'clock in the morning, go start at 9 o'clock, and Fletcher will be rested, ready to go.
So no broadcast tomorrow, but then next week we bring in the 2 Illinois teams.
Yeah, they're coming back, and those guys are great programs. They do a great job with them. They're super great coaches. They play the game the right way. Their kids play hard, and they've got some really good kids. We had some good games in the last couple of years. So we'll welcome them back, and look forward to seeing them next Tuesday and Thursday. Give us some 2 more quality opponents kind of right before we play conference games.
Any final thoughts?
I'm proud of our kids. We had some kids with their first varsity starts today. A lot of kids, actually. Carson Myers, Brock Renfro, Mason's back behind the plate from last year. But, it's good for these kids to get out here and play and just kind of get the jitters. I can tell you that's, the in and out that we took before the game was not good, and I could just tell those kids were super nervous, and that's good. That means they care. Yep. That's all I'm worried about right now. And so tomorrow they'll wake up. They got a game under their belt, and they'll show up and play hard and do the best they can. That's all we ask for them right now.
All right, well, congratulations on a season-opening victory. We're going to take a 60-second timeout, and we'll be right back here to wrap things up. You've been listening to KNEO on the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
How can we go on unless there's a renewed emphasis on prayer today?
Billy Graham.
There's no doubt that we as a people are in serious trouble today. If there was ever a time that we needed to be on our knees in prayer, asking God to save us, it is now. What a glorious thing it would be if millions of Americans would avail themselves of the greatest privilege and the greatest power this side of heaven, the privilege and power of prayer. God answers prayer. With God, nothing is impossible. No problem is too difficult. No burden too heavy for His love. If Jesus needed to pray, how much more we need to pray today. The scripture says, pray without ceasing.
Learn more about the power of prayer at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. From the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Are victorious here on opening day as they take down the Farmington Cardinals 8-1. The final line score once again, the Cardinals 8 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. The Farmington Cardinals 1 run on 5 hits and 4 errors. Will, you have any final thoughts on today?
You know, kind of like Doning was talking about earlier, that one error that they had, kind of just a silly error, but for the most part, it looked pretty clean. They did a good job overall, and you could see why the Farmington Cardinals are 1-8. They had 4 errors, and I'm sure that definitely plays into why their record is like that. So good luck to the other Cardinals, Farmington, for the rest of their season. And now Cardinals 1-0, and it's on to the next game.
Well, the next game, this one was played in just a little over 2 hours. You know, you made the right plays. We talked early in the season, throw strikes, make plays, and for the most part, that's what the Cardinals did, and just enough offense to get an 8-1 win. So we'll be back on the air next Tuesday as we say goodnight here from Barnes Field, and we'll return you to regular programming with Adventures in Odyssey. You've been listening to the KNEO and the Whip City Cardinals Sports Network. Good.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.